No, you're not allowed to speak while I'm speaking. That's just the way it is. You're also not allowed to speak when I'm not speaking, or when I'm humming, or when I'm not humming, or when I'm speaking in my head. Super fragmented and disjointed thoughts. I'll have like a full page of a book, or like 10 pages of a book, and I'll think of, sometimes I won't even think of a single word, but I'll understand the entire concept of that 10 pages because it's in my head. And I don't need to explain my thoughts to anybody or anything. And you're not allowed to talk. And also, the other thing, I've changed my mind about the whole God thing. My God is actually the wind gusts, because the wind likes to sometimes speak to me in Morse code, which is a fact. So, yeah, God, uh, sorry, buddy. Your time here is done. You know, you had your shot. You know, it was a good fight. You put in a good effort, but you know, you did not beat the wind gusts. The wind gusts actually seemed to be more interested in talking to me than you. So that's kind of where I'm at with the whole God thing. God is the wind. Yes, the wind. So if you're ever wondering, like, oh my God, you know, OH, my God, the word OH, like, owe me money. I don't need your money. I don't need your drugs or your whores. I don't need anything at all. No. I just need some fish. I'd actually prefer a whale. Fish are, you know, they can't last you nearly as long. Plus, if you're from Japan, they actually hunt and kill whales quite often. They like them. They like the whale meat and the blubber, and they actually sell all the parts of the whale, all the spare parts, like humpback whales, which aren't as cool as blue whales. How much does a blue whale weigh? Important information to know. Yeah, you heard me. So if I'm sitting here silently, there's no talking. If I'm sitting here talking, there's no talking. Nope. Microphone on, microphone off, listening to something, not listening to something. Fisting my asshole. No. You're done. Blue whale. Wait. I know I briefly mentioned in the last episode, I have a pet whale living in the ocean. And the thing is, it's a female whale, because investing in a male whale just isn't really worth it. The female is actually produced, because you can just have, you can literally come in the whale's vagina and it'll spit out a fucking blue whale baby. It'll spit out a blue whale baby. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in my blue whale. Blue whale, the most massive animal ever to have lived. A species of baleen whale that weighs approximately, holy shit, 150 tons and may attain a length of more than 30 meters, which is 98 feet. Okay, well, let's see what, that's a little bit. So, holy Martha. It's 300,000 pounds. How about a humpback? Can a blue whale fit into a swimming pool? Because I also have another, I own because you can put a tracker chip on them and just watch them on your phone. And then, you can drop yourself in the middle of the ocean because you can fly and you're in an Iron Man suit, in your Iron Man suit. And you can just fuck your blue whale and come inside of it. And then, I don't know how many months later, probably one, a baby will come out. And it'll be exactly like a normal blue whale. Same with the humpback. So, So these ones are 39 to 52 feet in length and weigh approximately 40 U.S. tons. 40 tons compared to 150. So that's 80,000. 80,000 pounds. How about a beluga? I'm investing in whales. Whatever, man. I don't know. I don't even give a shit anymore about, it's just, am I doing shit? Am I doing it right? Am I living my life correctly? Yeah, I am. I'm supposed to be helping my mom move today. Not really, too into that. Nah, I think I'm gonna pass. Now we're talking. This is a little bit more my style of whale. So the beluga whale, only 16 feet in length, about 3,150 pounds. That is the kind of whale that I want as my pet that I can literally just take to the Bunker Beach. What was that story of that whale that ate a dude? Whale swallows boy. Baby boy. I think it's like a fairy tale or something. No, it's a. Jeez. I'd like to be eaten by a whale. But also, killer whales are the way to go. And here's the other thing. I took 4 schizophrenia tests, and I got 100% on all of them, which means I got 0. I have 0 signs of schizophrenia on all 4 of those websites. So I'm in the clear. Sims 5 is no longer a game. That's what I've come to realize. It's gone. No, now it's Sims 6, which is another really good concept, I think. This one is the immediate aftermath of Sims 5, except, if you haven't listened to the episodes, I don't really even talk about Sims 5 that much in the episodes, which is kind of funny. But basically, you just run around, and the main character in the Sims 5 video game is, and this is not meant to be projected into reality, obviously. It's Sims 5. It's a funny concept. So retarded and so stupid, and fuck everybody. Go fuck yourself. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, because you're not funny. None of you are. No, you're done. You're done. You're done. Can you imagine having schizophrenia for 2.5 years but not actually having it because God is like, I don't even know. But hey, Sims 6. So it's immediately following the aftermath of Sims 5, in which you run around for 2.5 years and you get inserted with schizophrenic thoughts all day, every day, pretty much nonstop, to your brain is like mush, which is funny. And then you also and you start thinking that the internet is responding to your thoughts and reading your mind, and they start talking about your future, which all happened to me. It's all true. And then you think that you have superpowers and you can make things appear out of thin air, which I did. And you can also what else can I do? Oh yeah, I was telepathic with animals. Animals could read my mind for a while, but I figured, you know what? I'm good on all that. Schizophrenia is a serious mental health condition that affects how people think and behave and feel. Yeah, it's very serious. So why give somebody schizophrenia for 2.5 years when they don't have schizophrenia? And then tell them for 5.5, 6 months, it's okay, Hayden. The thing you're waiting for is right around the corner. You're almost there. Which would be me ascending into heaven eternally. Not in a Sims 6 video game. But literally ascending into heaven. And me having one beluga whale that I can have sex with. Who's, somewhat, I don't know. The grace of God. You know what I mean? Beluga whales, they're not that big. And they're kind of, they're all white. So I'm cool with that too. Beluga. 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 Wow, man. What a time. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Lord, grace me with your presence, and please tell me about what more insightful, eye opening things you'd like me to self reflect on, essentially. I'm joking. But for real, I was thinking about a lot of different things I wanted to talk about. Sim 6 was the main one. So Sim 6, basically, after not receiving a single reward or anything like that, while playing the game for 2.5 years, nothing ever really shaped out the way it should be. But that was all part of the plan. Because I know at the end of Sims 5, I said, yeah, all the schizophrenic voices in your head leave your head and they go into bodies. And then the hot ones come and have sex with you, and then you ascend into heaven. Well, that didn't happen either. Imagine that. Only the fucked up shit happened to me. Ha 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 ha. So if you're out there and you're thinking, oh man, I wonder if I have schizophrenia. Well, I don't know. Ask God. He'll probably not answer your call for 8 months. Joking. But not really, also at the same time. Here's the thing. Listen to me. Oh my goodness. It may result in a mix of hallucinations, delusions, and disorganized thinking and behavior. I'm also clean off of drugs. I don't use drugs. Just a FYI. I was doing a bit back then. When I'm smoking the herb. It's an oil burner. Oil burners are for wax, which is kind of fun to to call them oil burners, you know? Hallucinations involve seeing things or hearing voices that aren't observed by others. Oh. Delusions involve firm beliefs about things that are not true. People with schizophrenia can seem to lose touch with reality, which can make daily living very hard. No, it makes it easy. Makes it really easy to function in society. So, better yet, let's do fake schizophrenia. You know? Because that way, when after 2.5 years, you're like, yeah, I know I'm not schizophrenic. So why am I still hearing bullshit? And why am I not in heaven yet? Is God just... does God just want to make me work for that cum? Do I gotta work for cum? People with schizophrenia need lifelong treatment. Well, okay. What if they have fake skits? Comedy skits. This includes medicine, talk therapy, and help in learning how to manage daily life activities. Because many people with schizophrenia don't know they have a mental health condition and may not believe they need treatment, many research studies have examined the results of untreated psychosis. People who have psychosis that is not treated often have more severe symptoms, more stays in a hospital, poor thinking and processing skills, especially if the internet is reading your mind and they they say, oh, wow, nobody else thinks like that, which, gives off the insinuation that the internet can read everybody's mind, which I'm not agreeing with. But it also, before that moment, 14 months ago, I never once thought about the way I think, which is a blessing in disguise, because I thought about way more shit in way less amount of time and didn't feel the need to explain myself to even God. The wind. Because many people with schizophrenia don't know they... Oh, yeah, I already read that part. Processing skills and social outcomes, injuries, and even death. Oh, my. On the other hand, early treatment often helps control symptoms before serious complications arise, making the long-term outlook better. What about the long-term outlook? Well, I don't really care about that because I don't plan on being here much longer. Because heaven is really, tickling my fancy lately. Since I literally saw it 8 months ago. It's really all I can think about. Try to distract my mind from, I'm trying not to throw it in God's face. Like, hey, God, I'm right about all these things and you might be wrong. Just a heads up, It's okay to admit that you're wrong sometimes. God damn it. So, yeah, schizophrenia involves a range of problems in how people think, feel, and behave. Symptoms may include delusions. This is when people believe in things that aren't real or true. Huh. For example, people with schizophrenia could think that they're being harmed or harassed when they aren't. They could think that they're the target for certain gestures or comments when they aren't. They may think they're very famous or have great ability when that's not the case. This isn't funny, it's really fucked up, but it's like, check, 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 check. Or they could feel that a major disaster is about to occur when that's not true, like impending doom. Go listen to the other episodes. Most people with schizophrenia have delusions, hallucinations. These usually involve seeing or hearing things that other people don't observe. For people with schizophrenia, these things seem real. Hallucinations can occur with any of these senses, but hearing voices is the most common. So let's just keep them running their beaks all night, all day long. No, you don't. Disorganized speech and thinking. Disorganized speech causes disorganized thinking. It can be hard for people with schizophrenia to talk with other people. Yeah, no shit. The answers people with schizophrenia give to questions may not be related to what's being asked because this isn't in the article, but this is just from my personal experience. Because when I'm thinking about things, because of trauma, quote unquote, I'm like, did that person just say that word weird? No, Tony Romo's not talking about me on the television. When he, but he'd say words that have been very prominent in my life recently, or anybody. I'm just using Tony Romo as an example. Like during the Super Bowl, I actually stopped watching the Super Bowl 3/4 through because literally Tony Romo was like, yep, that, blah, blah, blah. He said something, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to turn the game off now. Let them play the game without me fucking. That was back when it was really fun, when I thought everybody could see through my eyes and all that shit. Or questions may not be answered fully. Rarely, speech may include putting together unrelated words in a way that can't be understood. Sometimes it's called word salad. I like to call it a thought vomit. Extremely disorganized or unusual motor behavior. This may show in several ways, from childlike silliness to being agitated for no reason. But that's the thing, I'm not, Behavior isn't focused on a goal, so it's hard to do tasks. Yeah, no shit. People with schizophrenia may not want to follow instructions. Yup. They may move in ways that are not typical or not appropriate to the social setting, or they may not move much or respond at all. Negative symptoms. Oh, so those were positive ones. Those were positive symptoms. My bad. Now we're on to the negative ones. People with schizophrenia may not be able to function in the way they could before their illness started. Right after my car accident. Good timing, Lord. So if God is the wind, Jesus Christ would be, Jesus H. Christ. Does anybody know why there's an H in Jesus H. Christ? Not a single person on the planet. Then Jesus Christ would be the soil. For example, they may not bathe, make eye contact, or show emotions. Jesus Christ. They may speak in a monotone voice and not be able to feel pleasure. Also, they may lose interest in everyday activities, socially withdraw, and have a hard time planning ahead. So those are the few negatives. The ones that I read before that were not that bad. Hmm. The use of recreational drugs such as marijuana, stimulants like cocaine and methamphetamines or hallucinogens can cause similar symptoms. Yeah, what about fake drugs? Yeah, and then the rest of it is like helping somebody with schizophrenia, which it's like, yeah, whatever. What about helping somebody with fake schizophrenia? I'd say send them to Evan. Well, that's all they had on that topic at the mayoclinic.org. You think they'd have a little bit more information? Let's go to WebMD. This is fun. I'm just kidding. Nothing's really fun to me anymore. No, you're done. I'm just kidding, everybody. It's all a bit. Lord, grace me with your love and your holiness and your graciousness. You know what I mean? Schizophrenia is a chronic, severe mental disorder that affects the way a person thinks, acts, expresses emotions, perceives reality, and relates to others. Schizophrenia isn't as common as other major mental illnesses, affecting less than 1% of the U.S. adult population, but it can be one of the most chronic and disabling mental illnesses. And kind of one of the most fun. I have a feeling real schizophrenia is more fun than fake schizophrenia. People with schizophrenia often have problems functioning in society, work, school, and relationships. They might feel scared and withdrawn or appear to have lost touch with reality. Yeah, I don't feel scared about anything, dude. If you feel scared, you're a pussy. Contrary to popular belief, schizophrenia is not a split or multiple personality. Schizophrenia involves psychosis, a type of mental illness in which you can't tell what's real and from what's imagined. At times, people with psychotic disorders such as schizophrenia lose touch with reality. Their world may blend confusing thoughts, images, and sounds together, which is because their world may blend confusing thoughts, images, and sounds together. And if you have ASD, auditory sensory disorder, it's literally, which is, I know I have that for sure. It's basically, I'll look that one up later. Because of their distorted reality, people with this condition may show strange and even shocking behavior. A sudden change in their personality or behavior is called a psychotic episode. The severity of schizophrenia varies from person to person. Some people have only one psychotic episode, while others may have many episodes during their lifetime. In between psychotic episodes, you may lead a relatively normal life. Still, others may have more trouble functioning over time, with little improvement between full-blown psychotic episodes. Schizophrenia symptoms seem to worsen, then improve in cycles known as relapses and remissions. Yeah, I feel you, God. I'm with you, man. The wind just told me what to do. Get another whale. No, I'm going to keep the one whale I have. Okay? I like that whale. I have a feeling our souls are connected. Schizophrenia usually shows its first signs in men during their late teens or early 20s. I'm not thinking shit into existence here. All right? That's not me, man. And women in their late 20s to early 30s. It affects men and women at an equal rate. The period when symptoms first start and before full psychosis appears is called the prodromal period. It can last days, weeks, or even years. The prodromal period can be hard to identify because there's often no specific trigger. You might only notice subtle behavior changes, especially in teens. This includes changing grades, socially withdrawn, trouble concentrating, temper flares, difficulty sleeping. Positive schizophrenia symptoms. Jesus Christ. I think the article is still reading my mind, which is what Sim 6 was all about. Everything's normal and there's no simulation. It's keep it simple. And when you just start the Sims 6 game, you may still have a little bit of an after effect of Sims 5 because it's the same character who never ascended into heaven, with the voices that left his head. But Sims 6, it's just a regular life with no simulation, no video game even. So you just live your life essentially. That's Sims 6. You don't play the game, you just live your life. So there's nothing to play on a screen or anything. It's real life. You see? With no thought insertion, no memory erasing. There's actually memory upload where you're reminded of all the really good, important memories that you need to remember to know who you are as a person. And also, you just, kind of live your life and you stumble across like a bag of money not because you sold your soul, but because it's normal life. Everybody finds bags of money everywhere. Dummy. There's no telepathy. There's no precognition. None of the future shit. And that's when you pretty much instantly ascend into heaven. And you can hang out with your beluga whale there. In case the word positive doesn't mean good. In this case, the word positive doesn't mean good. It refers to added thoughts or actions that aren't based on reality. They're sometimes called psychotic symptoms. These symptoms can include delusions. These are false, mixed, and sometimes strange beliefs that aren't based in reality. The person refuses to give up these beliefs, even when shown the facts. For example, a person with delusions may believe that people can hear their thoughts, that they are God or the devil, or that people are putting thoughts into their head and plotting against them, which I've literally witnessed humans do. So, not okay. Not okay. And I seem to be the only one who really gives a shit about humanity at this point. I'm not giving up on humans. I won't do it. But maybe I should. What have they done for me? Let's think. My mom's pretty cool sometimes. Hallucinations. These involve sensations that aren't real. Hearing voices is the most common hallucination in people with schizophrenia. The voices may comment on the person's behavior, insult them, or give commands. What about fake hallucinations? Less common types include seeing things that aren't there, smelling strange odors like the woman from the vision, having a funny taste in your mouth, and feeling sensations on your skin even though nothing is touching your body. God, I'm not even going to say it. Let the cold wind blow my way and carry me up into the heavens. Amen. Forgive me of my sins and all that stuff. Disorganized schizophrenia symptoms. These are positive symptoms showing the person can't think clearly or respond as expected. Examples include talking in sentences that don't make sense or using nonsense words, making it difficult for the person to communicate or hold a conversation. This is referred to as disorganized speech. Shifting quickly from one thought to the next without obvious or logical connections between them. Slow movement, or literally like thinking that your memories are what you were, like the topic of conversation that you wanted to bring up, are like being erased by the simulation, which doesn't exist anymore because it's the normal world. I forgot about that. It's normal life, everybody. I'm joking about everything. But then when I think about it, I'm like, oh shit, wait. I've had like a lot of head injuries. So it's probably marijuana mixed with traumatic brain injuries, mixed with some carbon monoxide poisoning, mixed with a tumor growing in my eye socket, which is growing bigger and bigger. It's probably those things combined that is why I have trouble remembering things sometimes. And just by me thinking that it was the simulation back then, probably made it true, which is funny. Being unable to make decisions, writing a lot but without meaning, forgetting or losing things, or things just disappearing out of thin air and never to be seen again. You think you would have come across like 200 objects that you've lost in the past couple years? You think you'd come across one of them, yeah? No, I haven't. Not a single one. They just disappear. Repeating movements or gestures such as pacing or walking in circles, having problems making sense of everyday sights, sounds, and feelings. Cognitive schizophrenia symptoms. The person will have trouble understanding information and using it to make decisions. Focusing or paying attention with limited working memory, meaning they have difficulty using information after receiving it. What? Let's recycle the same fucking symptom. Recognizing the above problems and symptoms that others around them see. What? So now we're on to the negative schizophrenia symptoms, because all the other ones were actually things that you should have without schizophrenia. The word negative here doesn't mean bad. What? What the fuck? It notes the absence of normal behaviors in people with schizophrenia. Negative symptoms of schizophrenia include lack of emotion or limited range of emotions, withdrawal from family, friends, or social activities, less energy, lack of motivation, loss of pleasure or interest in life, poor hygiene and grooming habits. Yeah, that's the thing, man. I mean, who cares? All these fucking freaks out here with schizophrenia. Go seek some help, you fucking lunatics. Yep. That's what I decided. It's normal life now. Yep. It means you don't talk now. I'm joking. I'm doing a bit all the time. It's funny. Except with God gracing me with his presence in heaven eternally. You know what I mean? God's grace. You know, I've just been thinking, I can feel it in my body. It's like flowing through my veins, my organs. You know what I mean? You ever wonder, and I don't even know where I'm going with that thought when I said that. That's what I do sometimes. I have no idea what I'm even going to talk about. No. Tough shit, everybody dies. Even you sad sacks of shit. I'm not going to lose my mind because you're fucking selfish. I'm not going to go to hell because you're fucking selfish either. That's the way it is. Yeah. Yeah, I know. No, I know. So stop talking. You're ruining my life. Because I know I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy. And I feel bad for anybody that I forced to spend time with me in the last 2.5 years. This is why I've been pretty much avoiding most of my family and almost all my friends. And I haven't really been reaching out to people or anything. I can't even talk to my therapist. I don't know what this world is, folks, but if you just ask the wind, if you just pray to the wind, you'll probably be okay. Man. Just hit me when I'm sleeping, Lord. All right? You know, like a vision. I'm not doing that shit. But I trust either way that God's got my back. The wind in normal life. Yeah, tough shit. I don't give a fuck. And I'm not gonna like be quiet and put up a wall in my mind where I'm not responding to even human beings. HU man BNG. That's right, Toots. That's right. It's the way she goes, man. I'll see you there. I'll meet you there. You know? I'll meet you there. Or not, you know? Just try to have a good mindset. Or not. You know, maybe I'm just talking to the wall and I'm really crazy, which would be kind of funny. You know? Yeah. Whatever. The wind will have your back. You know, I say create weird shit like that just to be myself, really. And, you know, I don't really trust anybody or anything lately at all. Not even really God. So it'd be nice to kind of just move on from this plane of existence and ascend into heaven, you know? Which is. Which is. Yeah, my ears are ringing really loud right now. Much like the night I missed that pheasant. I couldn't get a second shot off. But I'm telling you, it's all good. I'm good. We're all good. You're good. You're good. You know, you're good. I'm good. Don't trip. Don't trip. trip. And what was I going to say? I don't know, I'm kind of drawing a blank. Because part of me thinks this is all just an AI takeover of humanity and God has completely abandoned us. And that all these things are just tricks to fuck with my head and make me kill myself. But there's something about that feeling. There's something about that feeling. Which is, something I'd like to feel with that person up there in the clouds, St. Cloud. I've called it Fishtown before. Fishtown. It's really a fucking dump of a city. Just trust your gut, everybody out there. Trust your gut. And trust that, I'm not crazy. I'm not doing drugs. Not real ones, at least. I kind of wish I was, but hey. I don't really know what else to say. This is a pretty decent episode. I'm going to try to keep it short on this one. Oh, only 47. God damn it. I thought I had done more time than that. So, yeah. I'm just being flooded with God right now. That's the thing. I don't remember even what I was talking about, really. Yeah, I don't even know what to say or think. I'm kind of tired and I haven't had water in a while. And I'm not going to I'm not even going to go into insane detail what happened in my life, specifically in the last 2.5 years, which is 10% of my life. I have probably a few hundred pages of journal entries in my notebooks. A lot of ramblings of this world. What it is, what it was, what I wish it wasn't, what I wish it was. And, I really tried with the intent of doing. I really, really did intend to help people for the most part in the last 6 months specifically. Back then, I was definitely a shitty person. I didn't really give a shit about what happened to anybody, really. That was because I thought this was a dream or whatever. Now, I don't know. It's not really up for me to decide, Just give it to the wind. Give it to God. And that's really the only reason why, and I never really except for all the shitty people in the world. I didn't want them to really continue being shitty. So I definitely, but not nearly as fucked up in the head as I am. And I'm not even that fucked up. I'm pretty good, considering everything. I just know that, I don't know why I'm getting that urge. Hmm. I just really want to be up there. Have my own little whale at SeaWorld. Just buy out SeaWorld and have just one whale. Not even like a killer whale. Not even any dolphins. Because they'd probably try to break the other whale out because they're really smart, actually. They would break the beluga whale out, which is a nice, nobody's going to give a shit about a beluga whale, though. That's what's funny. Nobody cares about a fucking beluga whale, except for me. Except for me. All right, I think it's time to go move a bunch of fucking furniture that I don't want to move. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I just want to be up there. Up there. Up there. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I've been ready. So, stop. Just stop. No, fuck you. I'm done with this shit, man. It's all good. It's all good until you just fucking want to slam your head into a wall and they cause so much internal bleeding inside of your skull that you just bleed out without even bleeding. Because you just want to be up there with your soulmate. Yeah, I know, very clingy and gay. Whoever that is, I don't know. God knows, though. God knows all. That's the thing about a thing. I really, I was going to say something about, oh yeah, my dog Arya. Like Arya Stark from Game of Thrones. I don't know what prompted me to come up with the nickname over 2 years ago. Mangy Mutt. Mangy. Like a mangy fucking dirty dog. Like a disgusting rat dog. Mangy Mutt. And I call her the shit mutt too because she likes to eat poop. So she kind of is a mangy mutt. My main character on Destiny 2 is Warlock because it's the best one, obviously. Hunter and Titan are fucking shit. Warlock is the best. And I'm hoping maybe I'll enjoy some of these things in the future. But a few months ago, I noticed some really messed up things. And I really put in at least a decent, somewhat half-assed effort into fixing them for humanity. I kind of kept it close to the chest, because I didn't want my family to like blow their brains out. Or my friends too, I guess, you know. Are beluga whales carnivores? That's the one. Mental gymnastics are flying high today. Just don't give up. Don't give up. If you're listening out there, to the 12 listeners, I'll probably have 12 in the next year total, which I'll be impressed by. I'm joking about a lot of shit on here, guys. And, I know that God is bringing a nice cool front in and a nice light shower. Nice rain, little rain clusters. So we'll be fine. Hmm. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say on any of these things. I just like to try to always go above an hour. So I'm just really stalling here. I might just leave the mic running for a minute, 2.5 minutes, and not even say anything more. A moment of silence for all the poor people who were unfortunate enough to be not blessed and not graced with my presence in the last 2.5 years. She better shut the hell up. We're doing a moment of silence. And that moment of silence is going to extend to all the people with schizophrenia out there and the voices in their heads. They're not going to go into any bodies because fuck them. What?